Call the meeting to order. Call the roll, Angie.
Jack Banks.
Here.
Kenny Anderson.
Here.
Deb Collier. Here. Chady Smith.
Here.
Benny McCall.
Here.
Judge Adams.
Here. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, and Jack will lead us in prayer. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you this morning. We're always thankful, Lord, for the blessings that you give us, Lord. We just ask you to bless this meeting, Father. Bless us, Father, to make the good decisions for our county. We ask, Lord, that you bless the ones that's lost loved ones in their county. And as always, we ask your blessings upon our county, our state, and our government, Lord. And we just ask, and we'll be sure to give you all the praise for all that we do. We ask this, Lord, in Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. I'd like to welcome everybody here this morning, Monday, October 20th, 2025. We'll get right into it. Do we have any committee reports?
I've got a couple calls on some things that need to be repaired at the rec center. So if Jack wants to get together at some point and walk through that and see if we can, with the bathroom doors and things like that, so we can get on that.
Yep. Okay. Item 2, approve the minutes, previous meeting. Y'all had a chance to look over those. Any changes? You have a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve previous minutes.
Second. Call the roll, Angie.
Jack.
Yes.
Kenny.
Yes.
Deb.
Yes.
Chady.
Yes.
Benny.
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. Item 1 under new business, update from ER Assist. Ms. Bryn?
Starts with environmental database review. I'll update the emergency buyout first, and then we'll move to the new stuff. In FEMA, we have 99 still enrolled. We've purchased 74 of those. Of that 74, 66 have been demolished. We have 5 properties that should be complete within the month for demo, and then we have 4 that are pending vacancy and asbestos survey before we can move to demo. Of the properties that are left in that program, most of them are pending title search for documentation from the property owner, but we should have a couple more that are ready this month. And then at NRCS, we have 121 still enrolled. We purchased 65 of those. We closed on 13 this last month, and then we have 14 demolished. 17 properties should start demolition this month, so a lot of demos this month. 2 are waiting on asbestos survey, 12 are pending vacancy, and we have 4 that are waiting on the demo plans that we need to put it out. We can't do any work for demo until we get those demo plans from NRCS. The properties that are left, again, most of those are pending title search or documentation from the property. So for the new buyout, this is mostly for the NRCS buyout. We've not really heard much from FEMA about their applications getting approved. We have submitted the grant application from the local sheriff for the 2025 NRCS buyout. We should hopefully hear back from them in the next couple of weeks, but with the government shutdown, I'm assuming there's going to be a slight delay with that. We did put out procurement for title services, appraisal, and environmental review. We didn't get any bids for appraisal, so we just have environmental review and title search to start today. We're bidding it before we hear back from the grant, just so when we do hear back, we can start immediately and there won't be any month hold up while we get everything ready. So as soon as we get word back from the grant, we can start on title search. We've had the first 90 properties have been approved for NRCS. And we're waiting to hear back on the remaining 30 to see if they got approved as well, but I don't see there being any issue with that. So we'll do procurement. The first page is environmental review. Lowest bid was Metric Environmental LLC for $667 per property.
We have a motion on those environmental reviews.
So metric was the lowest.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make a motion on metric environment.
I'll second.
It was for $667 per property. Call roll, Mitch.
Benny. Jack.
Yes.
Kenny. Deb.
Yes.
Teddy.
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes.
Next one is title services. The lowest bid was Appalachian Title, $775 per property. That's the title search, the deed preparation, and closing services. All the other ones are pass-through rates.
There was a question on that, wasn't there, Jamie?
Yeah, I think we need to, I've been given some information recently that this work may need to be done by an attorney on his NRCS title work. So we may want to hold off on awarding this bid until we can get some more clarity.
Appalachian Title has been doing all of our title searches. They have the correct insurance and documentation to do that. They have a whole team of people. They do have a lawyer that works on everything. Everything that would require a lawyer, it's on the property owner to obtain. So if they need a quick claim deed, they have to go get that themselves. So if we want to hold off, we can't hold off. But
Does Appalachian, do they warranty the title work?
Yeah, they've got title insurance. They do all of it.
That's just something I'll need clarification from them. Is there any chance they'll be starting on that before our next meeting?
If we don't award it, then no.
I know what I mean.
If we award today, we'll pay.
Probably, yeah. We're waiting to hear back from the grant, so if we hear that, we can start immediately.
Can we award it on, depending on if they get you that information,
We could do that.
instead of waiting a month?
Yeah, I just need satisfaction that they can actually warranty title, and if they can assure me that.
Yeah, they submit the documentation with the bid, so I can get that to you today.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
So we can approve on that information getting to the county attorney and
Yeah.
him being satisfied on that. So do we have a motion on that?
I'll make the motion that way.
I second. And that depending on the deed warranty.
Yeah.
Have they warranted, the other ones, we've not had an issue with any of the other ones as far as deed warranty?
They've done like 200 of them. They're great. They do everything we need them to do. So I don't foresee there being any issues.
Call the roll, Angie.
Teddy.
Yes.
Benny. Jack.
Yes.
Kenny. Deb.
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes.
We didn't get any bids for appraisal, but that's the last step in the process, so we can start that again next month and then we can get any bids. And then the last part of the packet is just the status report. Starting next month, we'll also have one for the new bias to get to it. And that should be everything for me. You guys have any questions?
On the Blackie house that's been so long.
It's starting demo this month. We got the asbestos abatement done, it's ready.
And the deed work on the water plant in Blackie.
It's done. We're closing on it this week.
Okay.
I didn't know she had the records ready. That's even done in August.
Oh, is it? Thanks, Brandon. Brandon, welcome.
So I have an update on some of the activities that your assist staff has been conducting. We've done 137 inspections with FEMA in the last 3 months. Those are 6 to 8 hours with a FEMA inspector, environmental specialist, and mitigation specialist. We've done 45 meetings with FEMA program delivery managers. We've done review on 80 contract invoices to ensure compliance with FEMA grant, including work complete documentation and environmental compliance. And then we've prepared 30 projects, and that's transferring the scope that FEMA gives us into a format that contractors can bid on. We've done local coordination with county staff on approximately 140 sites in the last 3 months. And we've developed contracts for the procurement that we've done and gotten signatures from contractors and county staff. Also want to update on asphalt. So Blue Rock came out a few weeks ago, they did a few roads, and then they went up to Knott County, and they still have not come back. I called them this morning, and they couldn't give me an answer on that.
What was that? The not coming back?
They can't give me an answer on what they
At the
Oh, no,
exact
when they
time.
got the bid on that, they know that Mountain Enterprise is in default. That was the whole idea of rebidding it. Now here they are doing the same
Doing the
thing.
same thing.
The price that they bid, they probably realized that it was too low. What they could do is, I'm assuming they're just avoiding coming back.
See, that just puts the hurt on their people still. Yet we got people been waiting 3 years, eating gravel dust and potholes, and it's really uncalled for.
So Jamie, at this point with asphalt, Mountain Enterprise had our annual bids. They've not laid any blacktop for us in a couple of years. They always wait off till the last of the season, and then the weather catches it. And then we bid out with Blue Rock to do the flood paving. At this point, where it's getting so close to the end of the season, they just work up through November, if the weather permits.
If the weather permits.
If the weather permits. But can we reach out to other vendors at this point in the hopes of getting somebody else to take it for what Blue Rock has bid it? Or do we have to stick with them?
Clark Emergency, good. Clark Emergency, I think we're good. Back of our roads, pretty bad.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
And that's a way to get around a lot of procurement stuff is there, the condition of our roads and create emergency situations, create travel public, and on the short term here, like you said, the season will be over in a month.
And, if they bid it out as Blue Rock was quite a bit higher than what Mountain is doing it for our annual bids, but if we use that number that Blue Rock bid, if we can get another contractor or maybe 2 contractors to come in and do that work, would that satisfy procurement and FEMA?
Yep, just get some quotes, like you would for a small purchase, essentially, once you declare the emergency. Yeah. Once you don't break it, what I mean, those ain't crazy numbers. You go forward under that emergency, I don't think you can see this on Letcher County would say our roads are in a state of emergency. Right?
They are. And with some of this blacktop repair not being done, it creates
More problems.
more problems when ice and snow gets on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Do we need any kind of court order to do that, or do?
Letcher County does declare emergency. Yeah.
And that's something that we don't have to meet back on. That's just a decision that you can make and you.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I think that's what we'll do as of today.
Get quotes.
I'll declare the paving emergency, and
Who was the company that done all the city work the other day?
We talked about that.
I'll find out who that is too.
Oh, the one you said had a cross on it, J&L paving.
J&L paving.
Checking it.
Where are they located?
I don't know, but they do good work.
We'll reach out to them
You
and
might check with the city and see what kind of prices they got. Sorry.
I'll get on that after the meeting, and we'll hopefully get somebody doing the work. We'll reach back out to Blue Rock as well if they can't give us a definite this morning when they're going to start.
Yeah, and I called them right before the meeting, they still.
Okay.
Might check with the judge and see what they're planning to talk to. They put it in there.
What else you got, Brandon?
We got some projects to award for road work. Yeah, it's, project 804951 for shoulder repair on Paces Branch. The low bid was CNC for $9,035. Project 804960, that's for shoulder repair on bottom fork. The low bid was CNC for $10,752. Project 816529 for shoulder repair on Johnson Fork. Low bid was CNC for $3,747. Project 816531 for surface repair on Joseph Road. The low bid was CNC for $2,142. Project 816534 for surface and shoulder repair on Skipper Drive. The low bid was B&D for $15,110. Project 77363 for shoulder repair on Indian Creek and Day Rock. The low bid was B&D for $25,776.
You have a motion reflecting the low bids.
I'll make a motion to accept those.
We have a second.
A second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Deb,
Yes.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes.
And then the Blackman Community Center construction management. We did 2 rounds of procurement on this. The first round, there was no response. The second round, we got 1 response from Trace Creek. They'll work with the county to make a design that it's within budget, and they've committed to using local subcontractors. There's not a specific bid amount to vote on, but we can institute a not to exceed amount that includes all design and construction of $800,000.
I make the motion, we accept Trace Creek's bid.
Makes sense.
Let's see.
Benny. So that sets a not to exceed amount of $800,000 to finish up the project, and that includes the
All design and construction.
design and build. Yep. Okay. Call the roll, Angie.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny, Jack,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
I
Yes.
think we got a few folks sitting here that was glad to hear that.
Yeah, it's been a while coming.
Long time.
We do apologize for that. It's just getting the best project that we can get.
And I'd like to, I'm not on the list, but I'd like to thank you all. Because I know Chetty and the judge have worked very hard. I'd like to thank Fiscal Court. Because you know, Letcher County don't end at Joe Pack's Chicken.
But everybody goes there.
Everybody knows.
But,
Thank you all.
Thank you.
so whenever we get that, the deed work finished up and get actually the property purchased, then we'll go in there and do the demolition on that waterworks inside, and we'll be ready for construction.
Sounds good.
Anything else, Brandon? Thank you.
Brandon, where are we at on the creek cleanings, where we turned in what needed?
There's still a long way to go on that. We have a list of sites that y'all provided. That'll be a NRCS waterways project, but it's still early stages.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Item 2, update from Miss Sydney Whitaker. Welcome, Sydney.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you everybody for having me. And again, I'm Dr. Sydney Richard from MCHC. I'm the Substance Use Treatment Coordinator down there. And about the beginning of last year, we requested from Judge Adams permission to fill out the application for the Recovery Ready Community certification from the state. So that is a distinction awarded from the Governor's Office for communities that show strong collaboration to combat substance use and also support long-term recovery. So the application focuses on 3 domains: prevention, treatment, and recovery support. We had to show really strong efforts in all 3 categories in order to be considered. So it's a really long application process because we had to work with all the different community partners in the whole county. So any resources they provided, we had to include in different parts of the application. These applications like 20 pages or something. It's really long and intense. We had to have a site visit where the assessors came to Letcher County and got to go around and look at all the different facilities and also meet with everybody that was part of the application process. Took an entire day to get that done. We were ready to be awarded in August of last year, and everything happened here at the courthouse, so that got delayed, and we had to wait for the appointment of the new district judge. So once Judge Whitaker was put in place, we were good to go, and last August, this past August, they awarded us our certification, and in September, I want to add on myself and Judge Adams were able to go to Frankfurt at the Capitol steps and receive the certification from the governor. So I wanted to present that to you guys and just say thank you for everything that you do to help support substance use recovery. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Sydney and her staff, they've done a lot to help our folks that are struggling with
Absolutely.
dependencies. Thanks,
Do
Sydney.
y'all want a picture before Sydney walks out somewhere?
We could, yes.
Somebody better catch her.
Keep going.
Hey, Sydney.
We get a picture if you don't mind.
Go around here.
And I will add too that they consistently said that Letcher County was the gold standard for this effort, so everybody should be really proud of that.
Can y'all move these chairs? I'm sorry. There we go. Now. All right. Okay, ready, set, 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Thank you, guys.
See you, man.
Sit on the floor. Those folks do a great job with addiction recovery, and we're leading the way in Letcher County for other counties to follow and across the nation, really. They've had requests and questions from all over on drug abuse. So that's a good thing. We'll move on to item 3, update from CRAD. Miss Lisa.
Good morning. A few things I just want to mention. The city of Cumberland, we should have their environmental ready and submitted within the next 2 weeks for that site. However, Cumberland River Phase 4, there may be the possible change of the site for the tank. If that is the issue, we will have to revise the environment. I just want to make the fiscal court aware of that. If that is the case, it would be at least another 45 to 60 days before we would get environmental clearance.
Why would they have to make that change?
In speaking to Lee Lowe with the Bell Engineering, he said when they originally done the plan, the tank site, the elevation is too low. So they need to move the elevation higher. They're supposed to be coming out sometime this week to go over there and check everything. Because he did say that the site that we're moving up to is clear. And it's, you know, but we still have to go through the environmental process.
So there really is nothing really for them to inspect though? I mean, it's, the site's already clear cut.
That's the way I understood it from Lincoln.
We're close.
Yeah, and also, I don't know, Judge, if you, I know you know about the Letcher water treatment plant and the possibility of, have you discussed that? Anybody?
No. If you want to give us an update on that as well.
GRW is the engineer with the water treatment plant now, and I know at the last water district meeting, it was mentioned the possibility of another site for the water treatment plant. The gentleman that they were wanting to buy the property from, he said that he would do it apparently, but he just didn't want it in his front yard.
Yeah, I met with a landowner down there, and the proposed site where they was wanting to put the plant was pretty much right beside his house. He had other property that he said that we could use to put that plant on. It's a little bit farther downstream, but he said that he would work with the water district on using that property. And after looking at it on the map, I can understand why, because, you know, it's going to put all that structure right beside his house, and he wanted to...
Actually in between two families.
Yeah. So the location will probably move down, but, you know, that's just a small hurdle at this point. It project's still a go, and it's just that location.
Yeah, I wanted to make you guys aware. ARC is currently open, and we are applying for stuff that has not been awarded in the past, such as the plant project. Campbell Branch Community Center renovations, we're applying for that again. So, other than that, if you guys don't have any questions, that's all I'd like to make you aware of.
I had one question there, and I don't know if you have any information on it, but Chris Back is working on that waterway debris.
Yes, the debris cleanup.
Yeah, he's working on a different project for our waterway debris, and it's just now getting started, but it's got a lot of potential of not only creating jobs, but getting our streams and our hillsides cleaned of
He sent you some photos.
of debris. Yes. So that's a project that he's starting up. That the total project kind of turns that debris and that woody cleanup into energy. So it's economic development, plus we've got a lot of feedstock in eastern Kentucky, like in a 100-mile radius, that includes the debris that we're getting from floods. So if he can get this program set in place, hopefully in Letcher County, but in any county in the CRAD region, then it would not only eliminate it would put a value on that flood debris in the streams, but also like the folks that clean the right of way for the power lines and utility, have them a place to go with their debris as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is an exciting project, and he is, Chris tackles everything.
He does those. He's headstrong with it, and he met with the Industrial Authority last week at a meeting I attended, and it's going to be a good project for Eastern Kentucky, and he is really pushing it. And what we might do is get him maybe to come to the next court meeting when he gets a little further along in it, that he can explain that to the court, because it amazed me at what this project could do for us all.
Yeah, I'll have him come next time.
Any news on Turkey Creek? Let's throw Turkey Creek water.
Same as the last time, Chetty, and I know that that's not something you want to hear. I keep trying, but, it pushed.
That project, we need to question them about it. regularly until that gets, I know there was some issues about the corn level at that fall, but
I'll reach out to Amy and see if there's a way to, because that's the funding agency, so.
I hear a rumor it may be getting ready to go out for bid, the reason I asked. But I've heard them rumors before.
yeah. Everything moves slow, it seems like.
Lisa, I appreciate you all and the CRAD team for helping with the Autism Center funding on that part.
I'm enthusiastic.
That's a big deal.
It is.
And I appreciate all
That's a
of it.
project that really has caused my heart, so I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, thank you all so much for all your help on that. Changed a lot of lives.
It's going to change a lot of lives
A lot of
in
lives.
eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
And to have that facility that people locally can go to is huge.
It's going to be a nice one, too. It's going to be something to
Oh,
do.
yeah, the layout of it is gorgeous.
I'm really excited about that.
We appreciate you, Lisa.
Y'all need anything, just holler at me.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Item 4, update from Jeffrey Justice. Welcome, Jeffrey.
Kind of expand on that debris program that Chris is working on too. When he brought it to the industrial authority, they also create an inventory of our timber stock. I know I've been to Canada and some trade shows based on wood product manufacturing. It's a big industry, one that we export a lot of logs. We don't manufacture a lot of stuff with our logs here, so having that data available will go a long way in helping recruit some of those projects and see that there's a viable market here in this area for that. So I think the debris cleanup is the biggest impact to our people here, but then it's got spillover impacts on the industrial recruitment side too that could possibly be a big deal, so that's very exciting. The reason I wanted to come today was to give you guys an update on the airport. I know the fiscal court, you guys, the past fiscal court, back 21 years, has been a supporter of this project for a very long time. And it finally, in September, we signed a grant agreement with the FAA. So that was a big deal. I never thought I'd ever see the day that would get approved by the FAA, and it did. The biggest part of that project, though, is the commitment from the Kentucky Department of Aviation to cover our local share. So we as a community don't have to put anything into the project above and beyond what we already have. So that's a big deal. That's like a $40 million project that we won't have to spend a dime on. We have, procured all the property, done everything. They've jumped through hoops the past 21 years that the FAA has put up, and have done it with a lot of patience and grace. So that's what got us here today. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that we've lost at least 6, maybe 7 board members over the years. R.F. Kaiser was one. He was the first chairman of the airport board. Randall Cottle, Joe Caprice, most recently John Combs, and then one more.
Don Childers.
All staunch supporters of the project that sadly won't get to see the first shovel of dirt turned. I know John, he lives up across from Racetrack Hauler in Isom. He was so excited because that was his family property forever ago.
He's a good guy.
It changed hands a bunch since then, but he was so excited he wanted to be on the first backhoe to take a load of dirt off the ground. So I wish that we still had all those guys to see that their hard work paid off, but sadly we don't. I know they're watching over the project though, and going forward. But as luck would have it, we got the grant agreement, then the government shut down, so we're still held up. But at least we've got a signed grant agreement in place, the funding's there, and over the next few years we'll start to see that shape up. Other stuff from the EKY Heritage Foundation, I'll go ahead and give you guys an update on that. Raven Rock project in Jenkins is moving along very quickly. Thunder Mountain at Millstone is still, caught up in some architecture and engineering stuff before we can submit it for environmental review. So that's been frustrating, but it is what it is. And then Raven Rock, though, has moved at a lightning pace. So we have bid out last year trail design work, so the actual mapping of the trails. They're coming the first couple weeks in November to walk the property and flag where those trails are going to be based on their designs. And then once they're finished, our environmental engineer can go in and do a wetlands delineation and bat study and all those things to see if they need to adjust the path any. They study like a 50-foot wide from the center of the path variance so they can move the trail if need be. That's going to be awesome. I had a video of some trails that I think really translate what these trails will be. Didn't know there was a TV here. I would have brought it and let you guys see it, but it's I think everybody will be surprised at the intensity of the trails, and then there's also family-friendly trails, beginner-friendly trails, 35 miles worth of trails. So it'll be the largest trail system in the state by double-digit miles. Quite a big trail system. We will have that out for construction bid, assuming we get a good environmental spring of 2026, and then construction can start that summer into fall. They like to work when the leaves are off, typically. So that project's going great. We've selected an architect for the cabins. Hope to get 12 cabins on that property. Various sizes from 1 bed up to 3 bedroom options. Not huge, ginormous, like sleep 90 people cabins like in Gatlinburg, but nice cabins that will complement the property. You won't really be able to see from the road, but you can see the view through the trees. So that work is ongoing. They're making some designs, revising some designs, and then while the trail designers are in town, the architects are going to accompany them and try to find the best sites to put those cabins on. And then we are about to select architects for the lodge, lodge-style conference center. I like to say it's not going to have any rooms like a hotel or a state park lodge, but it'll be a conference center, restaurant, that type of thing, provide amenities to that property and to the community. We have scheduled those interviews for the 3rd. That's an abandoned minelands project. So I heard Lisa mention the abandoned minelands project. That'll probably take a while, but the other 2 parts are moving very quickly. So we'll have cabins and trails ready to go while we're building the conference center. So that'll be a huge benefit, I truly believe, to the community. These people will come out in droves, for competitions especially, spend $15,000 on a bicycle. It's normal. It's a great opportunity. I hope to see some entrepreneurial things pop up, like bike shops or people driving buses from the bottom of the hill up to the top and that kind of thing. We can provide those things if necessary, but we'd rather a business owner do it for profit and benefit off of that. That's the whole purpose of us investing in these projects. Like I said, not really anything to update on Thunder Mountain. Hopefully that'll break loose soon. And then that's about it, I guess, as far as our projects go.
And those bike trails, I wish we'd brought the video because it is amazing. I don't think they're a trail that I could get a bicycle on. It's athletes on bicycles, and I see national competitions coming to Raven Rock to ride these trails, and to have that many miles, it's hard to believe that you'd have 30-something miles of downhill bike trails on Jenkins Mountain, but they've already looked at it, and it's a thing.
Can you email us that link? Do you have it like in a link?
Yeah, I saved it as a video.
I like to see that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
It's down. I can ride in the level.
Saying that, though, maybe it did make me think of something else. A big part of that project is, we went to a conference and learned about adaptive bike trails. And what that means is, bicycles and trails that are, people that are paraplegic, but they can't move their legs, can ride, or can't move them well, can ride. So, you know, these are people that were veterans that maybe got crippled in a war or an accident or whatever else. They still have that adrenaline junkie mindset, and I was quickly corrected whenever I thought those would also be the beginner trails, the easy trails. And they were like, no, these people may be disabled, but they're still gung-ho. So they build them some crazy trails too, and those bicycles are awesome. They sit like that high off the ground, and you sit down in it, and then you can pedal with your arms. And it's just something to see. So it's going to have something for everybody, including that population of people.
It's a great project for Letcher County, and I believe that's going to bring a lot of tourism dollars to our
We're
county.
really excited about it. We, as you guys are in your district, especially Denny, make sure that people understand that we want businesses to follow around it. We want people to take advantage, you know, put cabins in your backyard or whatever the case may be, because these people the cabins on our property may not be sufficient for everybody. So we want to have people, places to stay, places to eat, options for people. Like I said, the outfitter store, you know, selling bike chains and helmets and whatever else. We met with a guy that he had $7,200, started a bike shop, by a new trail system where he lives in North Carolina, and has turned it into $1 million a year business. So that's the power of what can happen if we build an ecosystem of these trail systems around Eastern Kentucky. And with what's going on in Prestonsburg at Sugar Camp Trails, UPIKE wants to build bicycle trails and start offering that as a collegiate sport. I think we can get there and really build an industry cluster out of that, for sure.
It is definitely something to look forward to in the county, and entrepreneurs should be looking right now at ways to capitalize on that, I believe. Because it's
at least a large portion of those trails will be finished by the end of 2027, maybe before that. So now's the time to be looking. Any other questions or anything?
Appreciate you, Jeffrey.
Appreciate it.
Chetty, I guess me and you need to go to the gym and kind of get in shape.
Chase's bringing me a bicycle home.
We'll have the ambulance.
Is it? Yeah, ambulance.
Mountain bike.
Huh? Mountain bike.
It's got a motor on it.
There you go.
That's the only way I can ride.
It's a neat bike.
I hope it's got training wheels.
It's going to be a good project for the county and the whole region, really. Item 5, sheriff surplus vehicles. Sheriff,
I'll be right here, you need to go around.
if which way you want to do. I think the camera can get you there if you want.
All right. Yeah, these 4 that are on your list are 4 remaining holdouts from the donated cars from the floods, and we're starting to put a ton of money into them versus the value of them. So we're going to surplus those to your all out to your so forth.
Is that 13 Charger? Is that the blue car?
Yeah, it's one of them. We got 2 of them sitting down there behind the building. Yeah.
You just need a motion to surplus them.
Yes.
I make that motion.
I'll second that.
Top row, ain't you?
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Chetty,
Yeah.
Benny,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. And we'll sell those in our auction whenever we get up there.
We just got to get the equipment and the name off of them. It'll be good.
All right. Item 6, the new vehicles. You want to talk about that, sir?
We replaced those. We found a good deal on some vehicles. We've already had them delivered. They're getting striped now. We're just asking we bought 3. We're asking for reimbursement on 2.
On 2 of them?
Which will total $19,400.
I make the motion that we reimburse the sheriff's office for the purchase of those two vehicles.
And DJ and I have talked, we've got a little money left in that ARPA fund, so I think we can pay that out of that, can't we, DJ?
Good.
And maybe have some vehicles that are not broke down all the time.
Absolutely.
Well, they're mileage-wise, they're in the 60s, so a lot less than what we've got on all of our other ones.
And they should last us a long
Be in good
time.
shape for a while.
Yeah. Good.
I just got one question, when we gonna ever get anybody to use it?
Well, good question. We got one guy in the academy right now. It always feels like we're one step forward, two steps back. To get good certified people, then what we got to put them through to even get them hired, it takes an act of Congress to get people hired. And we got one guy in the academy right now. You've all seen that the school is starting their own police department.
Yeah.
So our contract ends with them in December. So we should be getting that guy.
Yeah.
SRO will be coming back to us. So he'll be on evening shift. We've already got it set up. Isaiah graduates the academy in March, so he'll be back on evening shift. And we're pulling one of our court security guys, and as soon as we can get them through the academy, it's one step forward, two steps back. It really is. And you know our budget. You know, a lot of places around us pay a lot more and have better benefits. So that's a constant struggle. You all know hiring for the county, how it is. So that's where we are right now. Right now, we're getting there. This time by March next year, we'll have 2 on evening shift, and then when we get the new one through, then we'll have 3 on evening shift, and Mike Dingus and I'll cover day shift. And then we're going to have their days off spread out. We've already got this laid out to where there'll be somebody out every evening to help out the state police.
Sounds great.
Good deal, sounds good.
Call the roll, Angie.
Benny?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Kenny? Deb?
Yes.
Chady?
Yes.
Judge Adams?
Yes.
Thank you all. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Sheriff. Move on to item 7, jail commissary report. Welcome, Jailer.
Hey, how y'all doing?
9/1/25, we had $39,340.23 in the commissary. Deposits made of $23,693.04. Deposits of HB 5x6, which is the educational programs, $3,902. Return check $425.24 with a total of $28,258. Made a total fund of $77,340.91. On the checks went out, the inventory $14,659.69. Med tech, $1,248.50. Entertainment expenses, $127.96. Inmate state payroll was $4,479. On pay the running commissary is $50.40. Half pay on the doctor appointments, $806.36. Fees and co-pays, $2,991.92, which has a total of $24,285.52. And as of 9/30/2025, $53,055.29 in commissary. I had to take Jeff inside the jail for a week or two, but he's back out today. Starting back out working today. Jeff is very short-handed. My client's getting hurt. I don't know if y'all seen that. He's been in a motorcycle wreck. He's been hurt on me. And nobody's applying for jobs. So we're having to cover several shifts that creates a lot of overtime. But ain't nothing I can really do about that. Ain't nobody won't apply to jail.
Nobody won't work nowhere.
Is Clarence back to work yet, or is he?
No.
He
got to work a little bit. Said he keeps on going back to the doctor, and they're talking about trying to do shoulder surgery and stuff like that. We'll see if he'd be able to just come in and run the commissary and not deal with the inmates at all. Just take care of the commissary, because I run the commissary today. Try to anyway.
We appreciate you.
All right, thank you all. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
You too. Item 8, approve the new hires.
Faith Thomas at the rec center, Alex Williams at sanitation, Justin Collier at the jail, Jordan Thomas, road CDL, Austin Rohurst in sanitation, and Justin Cook at the rec center. There's a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Call the roll, Angie.
Teddy,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. Item 9, discuss EDA disaster supplemental grant. This grant DCNC is putting together for us. It's applying for a water resiliency grant, and what that does, it will tie all of our water systems in the county, interconnect them for Jenkins, Neon, Whitesburg, Letcher, and our surrounding counties that in the need of a water shortage, that we can reverse those pumps and we can sell water to Jenkins, or we can sell it to Neon, or likewise they can adequately put water back into our plants, water lines for the county, and the same with the surrounding counties. So it's a huge project and a big undertaking to get that redundancy put together, but in flood events or any kind of weather events, you know, our water plants usually suffer a hit, and this would get water back to the customers quicker and more efficiently than anything that we have currently. That, you know, if a spill happens or whatever, like in Jenkins or Neon or wherever, that the water plant is compromised, then we can reverse that flow back and get that cleaned up to where that it ain't an emergency situation for the folks that are relying on the water. But all I would need is just approval to move forward on that, to sign those documents.
That'd be a real good project.
Proactive. You need a motion?
Yes.
I'll make it.
Call the roll, Angie.
Deb,
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. And like, we have a lot of problems, I know, we deal with a lot over in Kenny's Way, but on the water coming from Knott County, you know, it's the main line coming across the mountain there, and it's sketchy at best, but if we was tied to all three of the cities, then we could take a little bit of water from each one of them and, you know, and keep up and running if we had a major outage. It's a good project. We'll move on to item 10, the first reading of speed limit on Scuttle Hole Gap. Jamie, you got that?
Be it ordained by the Letcher County Fiscal Court, Whitesburg, Letcher County, Kentucky as follows, that the speed limit on the county road known as Scuttle Hole Gap Road, Letcher County, Kentucky, is hereby set in an amount not to exceed 10 miles per hour for the section of CR 1633 between the intersection of Kentucky Highway 931 and any installation of Scuttle Hole Gap Road, CR 1633 by all traveling vehicles. Any operator vehicle found to be in violation of the above said speed limit shall be fined an amount equal to $2 for each mile per hour in excess of said speed. And in addition to the fine set forth above, the operator of said vehicle shall be assessed all applicable court costs as set forth in ARS 189-394, sections 1 through 7.
Have a motion on the first reading on speed limit for Scuttle
I'll
Hole.
make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Benny, Jack?
Yes.
Judge Adams?
Yes. Item 11, approved resolution on flood control participation program. What this is it's the matching funds to our buyout within RCS. They provide the most of the percentage of the buyouts, but local share is needed as well. So this is going to back that up, and where we can afford to do the buyouts. You want to read that, Jamie?
Sure. Now therefore be resolved, it's the 20th day of October 2025 by Letcher County Fiscal Court that a project proposal grant application on behalf of the county for local match participation program monies up to $1.8 million for USDA NRCS EWP buyout program project. Project shall be submitted to DOG. The county shall provide such additional information and furnish such documentation as may be required, and the county executive director is authorized correspondent for this project.
Motion on that resolution.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
Second. Call the roll, Angie.
Jack?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Chad?
Yes.
Benny?
Yes.
Judge Adams?
Yes. Item 12, Benny, discuss speed limit on Bellevue Drive.
Yeah, I was contacted about maybe setting that speed limit at 10 miles an hour. Do we do that on some of the county roads, go down to 10?
We do. It has to be a survey done by the county surveyor, but if you want to put that motion into action, we can do that.
Yeah, I'll make that motion. I was contacted by a couple of the folks up there wanting to lower that speed limit down to 10.
It's already got a speed limit.
I think it was 15. I don't, there's not a sign up
It's
there.
already been surveyed. And we just.
Oh, it's at 15 now
I don't
instead?
know. That's what they said. They said they thought it was 15. I've not seen a sign there, so I can't
It
say.
is, we can just lower it if it's already been surveyed, can we?
Can we do that, Jamie?
I guess if it's been said at 15, the surveyors said that it's 15 was what's appropriate, so I guess we have to resurvey it, we're gonna try to lower it.
Resurvey.
Or we could just post it. They're probably not gonna complain about somebody having 15, would they?
I mean,
It's posted, I'd say it's posted now, unless the sign's missing.
I don't think the sign's up there, and they wanted it lowered down, so they've been having some speeders, up through there that's not even obeying what they're saying is 15, so, which is an issue everywhere. I deal with it every day.
Yep.
But, yeah, I'd like to make a motion to look at that and see about, setting it at 10 on
Setting it at
further
10.
request.
Okay.
I second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Benny?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Chad?
Yes.
Judge Adams?
Yes.
And can we check on the road sign for that too, Judge? I think the road sign is tore down there too.
Go ahead and put the 15-mile-an-hour sign up there if it's down, and then we'll start that process as well.
Sounds good, thank you.
Item 13, approve Letcher County Water Sewer District Board Member Richard Carter. Been on the board for a long time, and he's got some health issues, and he resigned off the board. And Mark Lewis, who was the board coordinator, recently retired, and he's got an interest of serving on the board. So,
I didn't know Mark retired.
he did.
Jason is,
Jason
his
is
brother, or
the, yeah, he's the coordinator.
Chase?
Jason,
Jason.
yeah, it's Mark's brother.
Okay.
But I would recommend we put Mark Lewis on the board to fill the position of Richard Carter.
You make a motion, I need a motion for that?
Yes.
Yeah, I make that.
I'll second.
Mark brings a lot of experience to that.
He does, he will be an asset on the board, and I'll roll, ain't you?
Chad?
Yes.
Benny?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Judge Adams?
Yes. Item 14, Jeffrey Justice serves on the Letcher County Board, the Health Department, and we just need to reappoint him to that position. His term's up.
I'll make a motion we reappoint him.
Second that.
Call the roll, Angie.
Deb?
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Benny, Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. Item 15, honoring our veteran Jimmy Cornick on the Blackie board. Have you got that, Jamie?
Whereas citizens of Letcher County have contributed their time in the United States military to defend our nation's freedom. And whereas Letcher County wishes to express their gratitude to all our veterans, and whereas Letcher County wishes to take the appropriate action at certain roads properly named in honor of said veterans. Now therefore be resolved that all appropriate action be taken to the following listed names be listed on Veterans Board on Main Street in Blackie, Kentucky. Jimmy Cornick, FC4, U.S. Army.
I make the motion. Second.
I'll go, Angie.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes.
Hey, Judge, just for clarity, a minute ago on that Bill Drive, not just the speed signs down, but actually the road signs.
Road sign.
Yeah, I didn't know if I made that clear.
Yeah, I'll have you do them both.
Thank you.
Item 16, approve the agreement between the Fiscal Court and Rural Municipal Aid for their Flex Fund. You got that, Jamie?
Good. Be resolved by the Letcher County Fiscal Court does hereby certify that all roads and streets pursuant to said agreement are county roads as pertaining to KRS 178.01B. The Fiscal Court does hereby ratify and adopt all statements, representations, warranties, covenants, and agreements contained in said agreement, and does hereby accept said agreement by such acceptance agrees to all terms and conditions therein stated. And the county judge executive of the county is hereby authorized and directed to sign said agreement and set forth on behalf of the Fiscal Court of Letcher County. And the county clerk of Letcher County is authorized and directed to certify thereto.
We have a motion approving the contract, which is our Flex Funds.
I make a motion to accept them.
Second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Teddy,
Yes.
Benny, Judge Adams.
Yes. We'll get that sent in. The Transportation Department will have to review it on their end, and then they'll send us an approved, ready-to-work order on that. Item 17, discuss the general store appliances and store equipment. The folks that was leasing the general store over there have resigned that lease, and it was more or less subleased from Tiffany to James, and we're looking to preserve the integrity of what they've done to the building. So they had purchased all appliances and the fixtures and stuff in the building. More or less, when we leased it to Tiffany, it was just an open room and deteriorated, but they done a lot of upgrades, and they put a lot of commercial equipment in that store. Rather than them to take their equipment back out, I met with them, and what I would recommend is that we purchase that equipment that's in our building for future lease opportunity. Equipment and stuff like that constantly goes up in value. You know, you can't buy the same equipment now that when they bought 2 or 3 years ago for the same money. So, and then just the wear and tear on the building of taking them appliances out, and somebody having to upfront that cost if they go back into lease. I think it would be beneficial as county property for us to retain that equipment in the building. So, excuse me, Tiffany come up with a list on that of the cost of the actual equipment, and that cost is Looks like on maybe the fourth page, the total at $43,895, or $43,895. That's the tables, the chairs, the stoves, the refrigerators, the 3 compartment sinks, the coolers, just all the equipment that's in there that she had purchased.
Just, I talked with her a little bit this morning. She said she had another county that was interested maybe in the equipment if we didn't purchase it.
She does.
And she does have a couple that's interested in taking a lease and starting again with another store.
How much is the lease on it?
Well, the lease varied. It started out,
Because she had to do so much repair on the building.
right,
I think the lease now is at 500, is that?
$500 a month.
It's 500 a month to lease the building.
Yeah, but now she did all the work.
That was leasing with them, starting out with, if we buy this equipment, we'd do a new lease.
Right.
It wouldn't be no $500.
It would set a new, we'd have to negotiate that, a new lease.
It would make your next tenant, it'd make it more appealing if they didn't
For
have
sure.
to invest the upfront cost of all the equipment.
I think it would help across that whole area. I would hope somebody would open that up and really make a go and do good there.
I'm sure that amount is just a fraction of the cost that,
Oh, gosh.
that the Scotts invested in that building.
If you had to rebuy it, I can tell you, I looked at a couple items on there. You're not gonna buy them at that price.
You can't buy them for that price, no.
No.
I would need a motion for us to make that purchase.
I'll make the motion that we do go ahead and purchase the equipment that's in the general store.
In the back section here, is this excess supplies supposed to be for sale too with it, or what?
That is, we'll discuss that after we get this one, but,
Yeah, that's food.
yeah.
Should we have a cost over $30,000? Should we have the price or something like that? For those her values?
Yeah, our small purchase is at 40, and it's 40,000. So if she can whittle that cost in below 40,000, then we can go under.
To offer $40,000.
So that would be the motion is,
If she can work with us on the price to get it down below 40,000, then we can consider purchasing it.
40 is what it is.
yeah,
40? Okay. Okay, so below 40 or 40, we would consider purchase.
Yep.
Otherwise, we would have to have
we'd have to do appraisals on it.
appraisal. Okay. All right.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Benny?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Chetty?
Yes.
Judge Adams?
Yes. In the back pages there, the soft goods more or less. Looks like there's several food-related products that are in the building. That comes to an amount of $5,126. I really don't see us buying those.
I don't either.
No, that's gonna go bad, that's personal.
That might be something if the folks that are looking to lease it, they can take on that on. I don't really see us getting into buying cornbread mix and
All
hush
that's
puppy mix.
perishable too, so it's.
Well, wait a minute, we got Baini here.
Well, I seen that, I kinda like that part. But maybe they can negotiate with the new tenants.
Yeah.
Okay, item 18, still in the same area there. It's the old oven Fort Church. It sits right beside the general store. We have an opportunity to do a long-term lease on that building. The Crafts also or the Scotts. They remodeled that church building like for a wedding venue or what have you, like just events and meetings. I've talked with David Maggard over there, which is the caretaker of the church building, and they're willing to lease that to the county. It automatically renews that lease every 10 years, and it's annual sum of $1 a year. So I think that's a good amenity to the general store building, and the church property actually comes right up to our building, so most of the parking that's at the general store is on that church property. And it's just it will be an asset to the county and to whoever who leases that, the general store building.
Church is nice inside the way they go.
It is very nice. I went over and looked at that, and it amazed me that
Mr. Maggard's having a lot of health issues, and I think he's the last one that's the caretaker over that, the last one from the church group.
and I actually met with him, and he signed his part of that lease agreement contingent on us
Okay, good deal.
doing our part. So
Good deal.
It's $1 annual.
yes.
It's
Is
already,
that something, Judge Adams, that the county itself can rent to citizens, or are we going to say it goes with the general store?
That will be our discretion. We can, I guess we can illustrate that however we need to, whether tourism does it on their end or the caretakers of the general store.
There's some restrictions in the lease that the church committee wanted, like prohibiting alcohol sales, we wanted his wife's Bible kept on display, so a couple little things like that. So there are some limitations, but not a lot, and then that's part here is that once David passes on, there won't be nobody to deal with it. He is the board of the Fork Over Edge Baptist Church, so once he passes, I don't know what would happen if that property would just dilapidate, so we got it tied up now for 100 years.
and it's been remodeled. It looks really great. I see he says that the Bible must be kept on display. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, at item 11 there in that agreement, the tenant agrees to keep the old church sign in place. Tenant agrees the Bible must be kept on display. And tenant agrees that no alcoholic beverages will be sold or consumed on the premises.
Those are very reasonable requests.
Very
Yeah.
reasonable.
So I'll make the motion on the lease.
I second.
Call the roll, Angie.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny, Jack,
Yes.
Kenny, Deb,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes.
That's right.
And both buildings are a asset to the county for sure.
In good shape.
Item 19 will go into executive session for personnel discussion. So we need a motion, probably go into executive session.
I'll make that motion.
11:16.
11:16.
Call the roll, Angie.
Do we have a second?
Kenny says.
Deb,
Yes.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. Can I excuse us just a minute? We need a motion to come back out of executive session.
I'll make it.
Second.
11:31.
11:30.
Call the roll, Angie.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. I would like to, at this point, make a motion that we terminate Brian Neese from the sanitation department. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Call the roll, Angie.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb,
Yes.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny,
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. Item 20, the treasurer's report. Ms. DJ?
I'm gonna do this first, so I don't
Okay.
forget. Winston has had an audit in the county clerk's office, and they have reached a final settlement for what they need to pay to the court for their 2024 final settlement. It's $4,357.33, and they have given me a check for that amount for us to deposit.
So we just need a motion to accept.
Yes.
I make it.
2024.
I'll second it.
Calendar year for them. That's calendar year.
Call the roll, Angie.
Benny? Jack?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Dan? Yes. Chitty?
Yes.
Judge Allen?
Yes. Do the treasurer's report?
General fund had a beginning balance of $265,1973. Revenue received of $856,285.19. Dispersed $317,484. Ending cash balance $804, $20.92. Road and bridge beginning balance $8,053,066.45. Revenue received $28,368.77. Dispersed $597,754.41. Transferred out $262,644.13. Ending cash balance is $7,221,36.68. Jail fund beginning balance $22,869.36. Revenue received $64,376.53. Transferred in $100,000. Dispersed $116,082.27. Ending cash balance is $71,163.62. LGGA fund beginning balance $856,041.09. Revenue received $136,224.98. Dispersed $117,813.37. Transferred out $100,000. Ending cash balance is $774,452.70. Forestry fund beginning and ending balance $6,660.20. No revenue and no cash disbursement. The horse trail CD is at $40,000. The ARPA fund beginning balance $257,508.42. Revenue received $31.68. Dispersed $18,2602. Ending cash balance is $255,714.08. Police Memorial Fund beginning and ending balance is $105 with no revenue and no cash disbursement. The Tourism Mark Van Bates Fund beginning and ending balance $7,380.75, no revenue and no cash disbursement. The Marlow Water and Wastewater Project beginning and ending balance $11.28, no revenue and no disbursement. The flood loan account beginning balance $23,006.52. Revenue received $4.72. No disbursements. Ending cash balance is $23,011.24. The county court clerk storage fees account beginning balance $22,528.61. Revenue received $1254.75. No disbursements. Any cash balance is $23,783.36. The disaster relief fund beginning balance $12,229.21. Revenue received $2.52. No disbursements. Any cash balance is $12,231.73. Former City of Blackie fund beginning balance $53,661.97. Revenue received $18.20. No disbursements. Any cash balance is $53,680.17. EK Safe Fund beginning balance $3,548,231.34.31. Revenue received $434.97, dispersed $1,950.81, transferred out $39,245.68. Any cash balance is $3,507,472.79. Local assistance and travel consistency fund beginning balance $100,297.51. Revenue received $12.37. No disbursements. Any cash balance is $100,309.88. National Opioid Settlement Fund beginning balance $567,149.73. Revenue received is $69.92. No disbursements. Any cash balance is $567,219.65. The buyout fund beginning balance $1,136,295.19. Revenue received $483.58. Dispersed $269,677.72. Any cash balance is $867,101.05. The grant account beginning balance $4,576,19.98. Revenue received $584.21. Transferred in $301,889.81. Dispersed $56,882.50. Any cash balance is $4,821,611.50. The ABC account beginning balance $8,884.03. Revenue received $3,728.01. No disbursements. Any cash balance is $12,612.04. The next page is a recap of the bank balances. Skip that transfer page, and then you've got your reports for sanitation, rec center, and tourism fund.
Questions on the treasurer's report?
On that sanitation, first in the list up there, is it just for billings that's going out in the last 3 months, for the next 3 months now, or did that come back out of there?
DJ,
Say that again.
on the sanitation,
On the sanitation, is it billing time for the next 3 months? Is that the reason it's down like that?
bills just went out.
Bills just went out last week.
So that should come back up.
But the bad thing about it is you see up there at the top where Watco, usually $50,000 to $60,000 bills at zero.
Yeah.
You ain't got it yet.
We don't have their bills yet, so that's gonna be a big slam. And you know what? I meant to look and see if that is on our bill docket for this time. Have they said anything to the office about raising prices?
They actually,
Because usually when they don't bill us like that, that's when they're wanting to jack it up again.
I have met with Watco, and they, at the disposal site, you know, they take care of the tipping fees and the hauling of our garbage, and they have raised their rates at the transfer station disposal site. So they're saying that they're going to have to raise our rates as well.
Well, the bad thing about it is that they're wanting to get that raised on that bill. They're not billing us, so we're going to get slammed with.
It's going to be the increase
3
plus.
to 4 months. You know,
Yep.
$250,000, $300,000 or something, and that's going to be devastating for us.
I did talk with them
How can they?
2 weeks ago,
Is it legal for them to bill us that way, Jamie?
We said to look at the contract that we got.
but we don't have a contract with them. That there's no contract with Watco to haul our sanitation waste.
Really?
That we put it out for procurement before to contract that out with Rumpke or Waste Management and all those, and we couldn't get a bid at all.
And that's been a while. Do you think they tried to look at it now, or no?
I've talked with them several times since that, and they're not really interested.
There any other landfills anywhere?
The only thing we could do to get away from sending our stuff to Lilly is with Watco is to do it ourselves. And that brings on a whole new problem that you gotta have a good roadworthy truck. You gotta have at least 3 garbage trailers, which is a little different than the average, coal trailer or whatever, and then you've got to keep that truck on the road. It's got to make at least 2 trips a day.
I was gonna ask how many trips they make a month, but it's 2 a day.
At least
5 days a
2,
week.
sometimes 3, but they're special. We've done the math. It's a little bit of a cost savings there, but you've got to get all those, that equipment in place.
I had somebody ask me about hauling that garbage the other day. I didn't know how it went.
So we're tied to their trucks because they own the landfill, right?
Watco doesn't own the landfill. All they provide is the trucking service. They haul our trash per ton. And then out of that, what they charge us, they pay that tipping fee to the landfill.
So we're paying them $60,000 a month for,
But is the tipping fee what's going up, or is it all?
The tipping fee,
Or they don't.
What causes the call bill to go up, is that correct?
right, because it's all included in our price.
So it wouldn't really matter if we contracted a local guy that says, I'll haul it all for you, he's still gotta pay the
Still
tip,
paying that cost there.
unless he just actually would contract it less than
Yes.
what.
All that, was that the only landfill in eastern Kentucky or anything?
There's one in Pike County and one in, Pike County is the closest.
Do they have capacity or anything?
They didn't have.
I don't know why what ever worked out.
They was doing a
Emergency.
study to increase the size of theirs, but they didn't have the capacity.
so we're paying them about $1,500 a trip on average, I guess. Right? 60,000 a year, or 60,000 a month. And they're taking 2 trips.
2 loads a day. It's a big cost.
3,000, 2 trucks a day, 3,000.
That's $1,500 a load. That's
3,000 a day for 2 trucks. I thought it was usually 2 trucks, right? Sometimes 3.
It's usually 1 truck.
Oh,
He'll make 2
okay.
they just make 2 trips.
Okay.
What would the average upfront cost be if we wanted to purchase a truck? Would that be, 100,000 maybe? Maybe more? I mean, not to buy a brand new one.
The trailers, we've probably got a truck. I mean, we just have to go through it, make sure the maintenance, but the trailers would be the trailers and a driver.
Right.
So it would be the hard to get to part.
You can drive it, can't you, man?
I could.
Okay, CDL.
What it is they keep raising the price, and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, they
We
got
don't
us
have
in
an auction.
Right.
They could tell us it's gonna be $1 million a month. You know?
And but Watco is trying to keep that cost down. They're the only one that'll do it for us at this point. It's just big expense.
I mean,
Sometimes when you create another option though, then they'll either do better or maybe we can do differently. They're the
Yeah.
only ones that, is doing it right now, of course, they're gonna.
Well, if you had a truck, like you said, and a used
Have you
trailer,
ever reached out to any of the local
that's,
truckers and see if they,
We talked to a couple of them.
have you talked to a few of them, see?
And I had one ask me about it.
Tell them come see me.
so you need 2 trailers. We would need 2
We
trailers?
would need
Probably
three trailers.
3 trailers?
3 trailers. Hold it.
And a good truck, or decent truck.
Yep. And I've looked for used trailers, they're hard to find.
It looks like $1,500 a load though. I mean, that looks
I don't know what the tip fee is, but that's
what's gone up.
What is this at the bottom, when it says tipping fees due at the bottom, is that what they're basing their, is that what they're basing their increase on?
They're having to pay a higher tipping fee.
I mean, it's just $1,300.
Well, either that or it's their cost for their truck, their guys, their
Driver.
worker, their, all of that.
Insurance.
Whatever it is.
But now, like DJ says, if they keep holding out for 4 months, that's gonna be $300,000 or
That's gonna be
$400,000.
crazy.
God.
So Judge Adams, when you all looked at that before, did it look, and for us to dispose of it ourselves, was it a pretty,
There is a little bit of cost savings if you can get all those, if you get a driver and you get all the equipment in place. It seemed to me there is.
So we got a truck, we just need 3 trailers.
No driver.
Not a driver.
And I guess the concern I'd have, I think you would need 2 drivers.
Probably.
Because
It puts you in a bind if
it would put you in a bind if that one driver took off, or if he got sick, or...
Definitely have to have 2.
Yeah. And we might could put it out for bid, for somebody to transport.
And see what kind of response.
See if y'all want to do that.
I think we should do that.
absolutely.
I think that'd be worth a try
I
at
mean,
this point.
if you got somebody that's, needing to work anyway and they got CDLs, maybe they'll invest in a trailer or something, to get started. I mean,
It's a guaranteed job, guaranteed run.
yeah,
Every day.
and decent
Every
pay too.
6 days a week, if they wanted, that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
You gotta
It'd be
know.
nice if we could check the pipe and see if they got any capacity too, but that's what.
I will.
Yeah.
Earlier they didn't have, but
So where do they haul to now? What, is it London or?
it's in, Lily, I think is what they call it. It's, right out in Law County. But we probably need a motion if y'all want to advertise and try to, maybe we can get somebody locally that would take it on.
I make a motion that we try to bid it out to someone to see what happens.
Right? I'll second that.
And you may want to get a quote from the landfill and see what it is.
Yeah.
And then do that.
Yep. Or they could either bid it just hauling it or the hauling and the tipping. Just kind of compare that to what Cole's going to come back with us on.
Yeah.
Call the roll, Angie.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny, Jack,
Yes.
Kenny,
Yes.
Deb.
Yes.
Judge Adams.
Yes. Move on to the transfers.
We've got one transfer. We received, our co-severance project for general operations. Department for Local Government would not deposit that in the jail account. They deposited it in the general fund, so I need to transfer that money out of, general fund to the jail fund in the amount of $500,000.
You need a motion for that.
She does.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion for the transfer to the jail.
I'll second it.
Call the roll, Angie.
Deb,
Yes.
Chitty,
Yes.
Benny, Jack,
Yes.
Kenny, Judge Adams.
Yes. Item 22, submit bills for payment. You may got a question on the bill or a reason not to pay one of them. Was Watco on there, DJ? Not.
They're not.
That's under the roller coaster. Up a little down, a little down.
Yeah.
Mostly them.
Why ain't we had no events up there so far?
We we were scheduling a gun show event for this
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
And the vendor couldn't get enough folks committed to come and set up, so he couldn't advertise that. Seth is looking right now at maybe having a craft show event next month, and try to go from there.
They were doing a craft show at they were heading to Tennessee the other day at a little college coming outside of Big Stone there, Mountain Empire. And I'm gonna tell you something, looked like Dollywood.
Hey, it was nice, well,
Those people parked down both sides.
you stop by?
No.
I've been there a
But
couple
it
of
was
times.
huge. It was
Oh,
packed.
It is.
They were parked on both sides of the 4 lane all the way down through there. It was unreal.
So hopefully that,
Went on for years, and it is incredible.
It is
People that
incredible.
goes to that.
I couldn't believe it.
I've been before.
so hopefully that comes about, that we have that event coming up.
You could just throw some cheesecake dipped in chocolate.
Frozen hot.
Cheesecake dipped in chocolate.
I take it for a
That
rent.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Also, he talked with other vendors on a gun show of maybe having a different vendor come in and do that maybe in the spring. I didn't realize that you had to have commitment from the folks that set up. You know, I kind of envision that just being something that happens if you're going to have a gun show, but apparently they get vendors to sign up saying they'll come before they will
Yeah.
advertise that
Well,
event.
they make their money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, before we go into public comment, I've got these documents here. Seth talked with a lady that does the murals about doing 3 different murals at the rec center. It's got a breakdown of it in the back there. This is kind of what they come up with as the mural.
I think that's pretty cool.
Total cost for all of them is $2,070. That's something the court would be interested in doing.
They decided not to do nothing for the veterans on this talking about doing.
I hadn't heard any more about
Oh, you're talking about the,
On the lights that they're
on the mural of the...
mural.
the-
You know anything, Deb? Have you talked to him?
I don't know, is that what it, I don't know what it is, what are you talking about, Kenny?
You said this won't do one for the veterans.
No, it wasn't for veterans, it was, it was-
Armed Forces.
Yeah, it was National Guard,
National.
was gonna do one for the schools on each one, but I had like,
On the exterior
on the
wings.
exterior, but I haven't heard any more from Seth about that. I don't think, but I'll check my message.
Yeah, this is a different project than that is.
Yeah.
We have a motion to do those or not? do
Yeah, I
those?
make a motion. I think that'd be something different.
There's nothing nice about the garbage towel. Nothing nice about the garbage towel.
Really?
Sounds like people's interested. Do we have a second on Jack's motion? I'll throw it.
Kenny? Deb?
I just have a problem. I know that we need improvements, but I just have a problem with continuing to spend money and not making any money. I have an issue with that. And if you look at the report, and if you do the math on the report for the rec center, and up until this point, we've spent $372,000 there, and we've taken in $81,000. It just not makes sense to continue to invest money in it until we see something change on the bottom. So I'm going to vote no on anything else until we can see some kind of difference on that.
Okay.
Chody?
Yes.
Benny?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Judge Allen?
Yes.
Good going out there.
Motion carries. Vote.
Back to that, thing with the, general store. What was the motion on that, and did we say what money we're gonna take that out of, or do we have to wait on, to see if she's gonna come down on the price?
The motion was to do it if she comes down below that threshold.
Should have talked with Judge.
Okay. So that could possibly happen then before the next meeting if she comes down.
Yes.
So where are we taking that money from?
You want to pull that out of that ARPA money, like, because since we gotta do a project on that
Would be
end.
much better than taking it out of the general fund if y'all wanted to go that route.
Yeah, let's do that. We need that in a form of motion.
I would think so, wouldn't we, Jane?
It makes sense if she's going to cut the check.
So I make a motion that we reimburse her for that appliances at the general store, contingent on her coming down to our cost threshold out of the ARPA funds.
I'll second it.
Call rolling.
Jack?
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Chitty?
Yes.
Benny?
Yes.
Judge Allen?
Yes. Move on to public comment. If you got anybody signed up.
One, Jack Phillips.
Jack's not here. Steve, did you have something to say?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've been flooded over that twice. I spent, I don't know how much money I spent. Probably over 700,000 more at least. I make a contract for a couple $100. That was the last time. And now, here I sit. I went through that twice. First time it was hard. I lost a brand new vehicle because I have a liability on them, stuff like that. But I lost my daughter's car. Had 3,000 miles on it, brand new. I can't with those. I lost a 370Z. I lost all kinds of stuff. It's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then I turn around and shouldn't never go back there. And I got hooked up and got everything going. Everything was alright. Then my gas just turned off. My natural gas. It's in my deed. That should never happen. Turned off in the middle of the winter time. There was a line dug all the way around my property. And they turned their gas on and turned mine off. And there's 2 county roads running across there. Is what they're saying. On girls and one over there. Which I paid $30,000 to have that blacktop. I got about 30,000 in it, blacktop. You know, and then they said it was a county road. I think I should be reimbursed, not only for that, but for a lot of things. But, here I am, handicapped. I don't have long to live. I got spots on my lung, big as you feel. I'm breaking the x-ray reports. I got statements from my doctor from my billfold. I'm living in a pool camper over there. I've been living in it. I bought it with my own money. Didn't own it about it. Never lived in one. I can't read right. Very little. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to freeze to death if y'all have. I mean, I went from hero to zero. You know, I got a saw guy out here outside the courthouse. I got it on video. They wouldn't even lock the guy up. Killed him.
You know, a lot of things happen in this county that is unreal and should have never happened. But I'm coming to you today to ask you, I need a place to live. And you all have money to help people. And I've got letters from my doctor. And I need help. And you all got plenty of homes that's sitting around in. And I need you all to come over there and take pictures of everything in case something happens, what comes and goes. You know, I don't have any interest on it or nothing like that. I'm scared to believe anything, you know, though I was never over in there. You see them every now and then, the state police. But, you know, who's to say they ain't gonna pack off everything they got on? You know, but I need a house, and I don't need it next week. I need one as soon as possible. Because the heat don't work in town. I didn't know that. I turned the heat on and ended about killed me. Because there was a gas, one of them propane thing leaked. And that went from my dog to die. And I know you all have campers, houses, and stuff to help. And, you know, I let things go, you know, I try to be as nice as I can. But when I wouldn't come up here today if I didn't need help.
Yeah, as the county, we don't have anything, Stevie, as far as houses or campers. We don't have any.
But didn't FEMA give you all the money to help the people?
But FEMA had programs to help the people in place.
Yeah. But see, I don't have no education. I can't read and write. And I tried to contact you all several times. I have spoke with you several times. You know what kind of situation I'm in. You know exactly what's happened all the way down the line. You know, I don't want to get into it any deeper. I'll just put it that way. I need, you know, things like the road. At least reimburse me for the blacktop I put down. You do something. I mean, you know I paid for that. You understand what I'm saying? You can at least do that. Have a helping son. I've been forced to go to that.
You have, there's no doubt.
I have been forced.
Are you, you're still enrolled in the buyout program this time around?
But it ain't gonna do me no good. I ain't gonna make it through the winter. You know, for somebody handicapped to shake my hand. You know, it don't matter what happens to me. They can beat me after that out here. They won't give a warrant on. They won't help me. I try to get that guy locked up. I've got it on video. Yeah.
The only thing we got.
When a guy hits somebody handicapped, they shake my hand. Right in front of 2 police officers, and they refuse to arrest that guy. That's embarrassing to this county. I think that if I was ever who I was, ever who's in command of all of that, I don't know who it is, but they need to resign.
Well, that's not for this court.
I understand. I understand that, but I'm just saying that's just a piece of what I've been through this county. This county is really, I feel, has done me wrong for many, many years.
The only program we've got available right now is that buyout program. You might could reach out to LKLP or...
They told me that you was the main one. I've called every number they already called. I called Frankfurt. They said the judge has got the ability to get you a place to live. Now all you people that's in there that's magistrates, you all can help me. And if you all go, I think it is a shame on you all. That's the way I look at it.
There's no program for that, Steve. There's no program for that we can offer you.
Well,
if there was...
You all got empty homes everywhere.
If there was a program, then...
Well, there don't have to be a program. Y'all can make a motion to help me. You know what I've been through. I can go a lot deeper on, you know, if you want me to. I've got, you know. I just don't want to open my mouth on kind of certain things, but.
We've got the buyout program.
I'll bring my paperwork with me.
We've got the buyout program, and you're enrolled in it, and they're working as fast as they can to get that program implemented.
Yeah. But what am I going to do to them?
I don't know, Steve.
Yeah.
We don't have anything in place that we can do at this point as a fiscal court.
Yeah. So you don't have no help for nobody?
We don't have any help far as lodging. We don't have anything.
What happened to all those full campers that you all had for this county?
That was a program that FEMA implemented, and they took care of all the logistics of it, and that program is not available now.
I mean, I'm just tired of spending money, you know what I'm saying? The more I spend, the more I lose. I mean, it don't matter. You know, they come over and try to put hands out, and they turn the gas off, and then the gas got turned off on me. I had to replace everything in my house. You know, it don't matter. Anybody can do anything to me. They won't do nothing here. I can't get nothing done in this county. I got it right on video. I was threatened. That somebody threatened to kill me, wouldn't even give a warning.
That's
Yeah,
not.
I understand. I know that's got nothing to do.
Have you got anything else that deals with us? 'Cause
Have they done anything on his place yet that you know of? Have they appraised it? Have they done anything?
it's in the process.
They ain't afraid of nothing.
Just as soon as the paperwork
Is he in
logistics.
the last group?
He's in the new
group,
buyout.
yeah, new buyout.
Just as soon as I find out anything that moves it forward, I'll contact you, Steve.
I know they got empty places somewhere, you know, or a camper or something. I'm just tired of spending money. I just,
State took all campers back out of it after that.
They did.
Yeah.
you know. I mean, I understand you got roads and all that stuff you all go by. I don't understand none of that, you know. Only thing I understand is I know what's right and what's wrong. That's the only thing you know. And I know that it's wrong for what I'm going through. It has to be. There's no way, you know. And another thing, because we're talking, that bridge, that's down there, you know what I'm talking about, right there at the railroad track.
Yeah.
That bridge.
The state
That
bridge.
bridge is out there. Nobody else there gets flooded. I believe that with all my heart. I mean, that bridge gets stopped up, and that's it, you know.
Yep.
And if that come off of the railroad tracks, down smooth like that, where it could go, you know, like water underneath it, it's saying on that.
Johnson, State Bridge.
Yeah.
After the Archies.
Yeah, that bridge does catch a lot of debris, and it backs the water up.
I mean, the flood, you know.
It does.
And, I mean, it's just, you rebuild everything back, I feel, over that one lot I've got over, 200 ton of gravel that I put down. And one lot. I'd say I got more than that.
But I will keep you informed along as the updates come on that buyout part.
How about, all right, another thing, I want to ask you, like where I got them, because it's in my deed, I got mineral rights to that gas. I got rights to it. And the state told me I can go out to the highway if I can do it. Ain't that nobody can do it. You know, but I ain't gonna do that. But I'm just saying that ought to go with my property, that ought to raise the value of that property that big time. So when you got rights to that, that should also cause the value to go up. You understand what I'm saying?
That would be in the appraisal if it does.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they'll look at that. But we got to move along, but I will keep you informed.
All right, I thank you.
All right. Any old business?
I just wanted to mention sanitation's doing a good job. Seems like he's signing up to new ones every month. I just appreciate him doing that.
Anything else? Or a motion to adjourn?
Had some of the deputy coroners ask me about their reimbursement for training. I think they going tomorrow for training, and they gotta pay that out of pocket. They wanna know if they have to wait another month to get that back, or can we get that back in quicker?
Before the court, they go turn in all their receipts and their travel voucher and all that kind of thing.
So it'll be next month, but if we have a special call, we'll make sure to get it on the agenda for that too.
Ambulance at Letcher is the big thing. Heard anything on that?
I have not heard anything.
We're gonna have to get somebody down there. I mean, that's no bull. Somebody got to be there. If they ain't gonna do it, somebody gonna have to do it.
I've talked with Carter. He's trying to hire.
Now, here's the problem.
More money. That's a problem across the board, I would imagine.
You know, like Sunday morning, not district, but Sunday before, like they had a 2-car wreck at Jenkins in Front Save a Lot. They pulled both their ambulances for that car wreck, which is common practice. At the same time, there's a 95-year-old man at Sycamore Loop, need ambulance. They mutual aided Prairie County. Prairie County couldn't come. They mutual aided Harlan, which is a 2-hour drive, they couldn't come. This 95-year-old man laid there till they got the car wreck cleaned up before he got to the hospital. Things like that's what's going to stop. People's going to die. And also, Knott County's got a road index. Have you seen that?
Have not.
Sure.
You got a what, Ken?
Road index. Handiest thing you've ever seen. It's an app. Road index. Make up the road in Knott County, say Breedens Creek, B. There's every holler in Knott County that starts with a B.
That's nice.
And every address in the holler. Like say, B King Drive, let's just go to it. It shows everything in the holler. It shows every helicopter landing zone around you, where it's at and everything.
And that's an app?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
It's called Road Index.
Just road?
Roads with AS Index. Roads Index.
So I have a question about the ambulance service down there. Is it not an option for us to use another service down that lifeguard or whoever can come? Is that not an option for us to do that? And
I called the people with K-Beams. We talked and I was going down. He's really confused as to why I was calling and why the fiscal court had anything to do with it. He said fiscal courts don't have anything to do with ambulance services. Why are you calling me? I said, well, the citizens are concerned. He said, well, we're concerned too. He said, but fiscal courts don't have anything to do with ambulance services. So we don't put anybody in anywhere. That's a private business that they get a certificate of need and they serve the community, you know what I mean? But it's a private business. It's like us putting in a gas station.
Well, lifeguard was down there. Why did they leave?
That's two private businesses that had some sort of falling out or dispute or something like that. You know what I mean? It's really like us saying we really need a gas station in Lowry. You know, I mean, we might need one, but fiscal courts don't put in gas stations, you know what I mean, and they don't put in ambulance service, unless you want to go the whole process and you'll have Letcher County ambulance service, you know what I mean, you establish ambulance service districts.
Under our head.
Yeah.
so I was under the impression that some of it fell to Judge Adams and we just supported it with the court to ensure that the county was.
Letcher had a certificate of need for that lower end. Carter had a certificate need, or Neon had a certificate of need for the whole county. The sticking point with me was the lifeguard being down there. The board meetings that transferred that certificate of need to lifeguard is the route that, that Letcher Ambulance Service Board took to transfer that certificate of need. That was what I questioned, and that,
It was legal or not?
that was, the legality was questioned of them being there. And then,
After you've been on the 911 board, not necessarily being the Letcher County.
right, that brought into question of them, of the legalities of lifeguard being at Letcher. And once I questioned that from lifeguard, then they didn't stay there. And they were, the whole instance of that was skeptical at best. They called dispatch and wanted to use a cell phone to dispatch calls to there. It was a lot of questionable stuff that was at that point. Plus Carter Neon had the certificate of need, and Carter said he could take care of it, provide the service. And Neon is providing the service. They don't have staff at Letcher right now. He's working to get that. He runs out of Neon and out of the post at Whitesburg currently. Ambulances from those two locations.
Problem is, though, he's still trying to take care of all the transfers from the hospital like to Lexington, the nursing home. So if you got two crews and you pull one crew off and go on a transfer, that leaves you one crew.
One crew.
Right, we got a wreck up on Kentucky River, and we got a heart attack in Minetorp, then we got a problem.
Yep. Two's not enough.
No. The transfers alone is going to have to be a crew if you're going to do transfer.
So Jamie, you're saying that it is not the responsibility of fiscal court to ensure that EMS services is provided to the people of this county?
Yeah, it's not our response, it's not fiscal court's responsibility, nor is anything fiscal court can do about it, other than creating a countywide ambulance service taxing district and putting
Yeah.
their own ambulance service.
Yeah, there's some counties that own the ambulance service and they run it.
Yeah.
And we do.
And now we could be upset if we want to be, there's nothing we can do about it.
Misty Edwards used to direct them.
Yes, she run ambulance service.
Yeah.
We do provide funding for the ambulance service monthly. So that is, we provide that funding. Like Jamie said, if we wanted to do anything any different, then we would create our own ambulance service. And that is, that would be a big undertaking for this court to do financially.
So is Neon getting Letcher's money now too?
How was that determined, DJ?
Or if they ain't, would that help them any if they did get it?
They are.
They're getting,
They're not getting all of it, are they?
they're getting
Part.
$1,500 a month because the normal ambulance payment is $2,010.54 a month. And what I did was I took that amount times 12 and deducted $6,000 out so Letcher would have their
Fire department.
fire department money, and then divided what was left by 12, and it's $1,500 and some dollars that Neon's getting to have ambulance services out of Letcher.
So if we get like what they're doing, we could cut off that $1,500 a month, that's what we could. probably make it do.
So basically right now from the 931 and 7 junction up there, all the way down to 7, then all the way down to 7 South Lime Fork and all that set in ducks right now.
They're being served out of Whitesburg.
Yeah.
If there's one there.
If there's one there, yeah. from Whitesburg to the Letcher Fire Building is 10 minutes.
From Whitesburg to Line Park, what?
Seems like we
That's always been my big concern from Letcher down to that end of Line 4. The upper end of Line 4, they can be there quicker, won't Letcher get everybody.
yeah.
But that whole lower end down there has always been my concern. Whole county's my concern, but right now, that's the biggest.
I mean, we're just trying to find a solution. I don't know. We work with the crews we got, but I don't know a better way to get more ambulance service.
It is a problem, and I don't know how to fix it. You know, Carter is advertised and trying to get more folks for the ambulances, and
Can you meet with him again?
I can't.
If he can't come up with something, can we advertise for another ambulance company? Huh?
No, we didn't hire him. That's what I say, we don't hire him.
Our only input is the funding.
I didn't say hard.
Advertise for,
Request if anybody wants to come into the other end.
They couldn't come unless they had a certificate of name.
oh,
And see, Jenkins had a certificate of need at 1.2, and I think theirs is gone now, so.
What do you apply to state for that?
You apply for it, I guess they take it up population wise, and there's a formula they go by, but I think Carter's got the county, right?
he does.
He's got the whole county.
But I'll meet with Carter and see if there's any update, and if there's any way that we can assist him on advertising or whatever. He needs folks, he needs warm bodies is what he needs.
And that's before you go after training, you go to, you hear that?
That's awful. They got no service down there. It's true.
Any other old business?
And so with Little League, they have, the school has just agreed to pay for 20 ton of brick dust. Shane, of course, like you always said, the county hauls that for them. And they're trying to do improvements up there, and they would like to paint the dugouts and paint the concession, and are requesting if the county to pay for the paint if that's possible.
Is that Ernest Cook Park?
Yes. Fraser's has it on sale. Edwin Bentley priced it. They need 9 gallon at $45 a gallon. They'll do the labor if the county will pay for the paint.
We ought to keep that part. We can.
So can he just, I don't know how he goes about doing that. Does he?
Just call and get a purchase order, or I can send our parks guy down there either one.
Okay, thank you so much.
Is he with the Little League or is he with the school system?
He is with the Little League, but the school system is the leaseholder on that, so they are the ones that are supposed to help with the field, and that's why they pay for the brick.
I know the last thing we owned equipment, Casey Kincaid was president, he said he didn't know nothing about it, so I was just wondering.
Yeah.
But the school pays for the brick dust, and we haul it
Right.
because we've got a truck.
Right.
Yeah, we can take care of that. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
Make it.
Thank you. I got a bar and a deer waiting on me. Bart got a bar.
Mert, do you?
Somewhere's up.
Benny, what do you want to do?
Thanks, Jamie.
Do you budget?
Lease on the general store. I'd be interested in leasing the general store equipment. I didn't know I was supposed to sign up or anything, but right down in here.
Oh.
This is my first time coming here. That's all I was wanting to know, who I need to talk to.
Just get with me once we get done, we'll discuss it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Jack,
Yes.
Kenny?
Yes.
David? Yes. Chevy?
Yes.
Joe Jackson?
Yes. Thank you all. Appreciate you.
Roads in